Morning Salt News Network. I'm your host, Omar Al-Kutsi. Today we're going to be going through the news of this week. First things first, Conservatio has traveled to the USL to speak to Representative Cashel Gattens and talk about the contested lands between the two. They've decided that they will create embassies, agreeing that the USL will provide things like granite, wheat, oil, and potatoes, but for now, they're just going to leave it at that. They don't want to fight over the contested lands. Up next, the DPRM and Conservatio have decided to establish embassies to talk about trade deals. However, it's not that important to Conservatio as compared to the contested lands. As they were talking about the trade deals and all that, their economic advisor, Hal, just began to speak up and was shouting and wasn't very happy to hear that Conservatio wanted to keep their own land. For now, Conservatio says they're going to continue to fight for land and do what they need to keep their land theirs. Up next, we have an interview from a citizen of Conservatio. Hey, my name is Bob Gordon. I live in Conservatio. I've just been thinking all this hooey about, oh, this is my land. This is my land. It's all garbage. I just want a grill, for God's sakes. You know what I'm saying? In other news, the USL had reported an unemployment rate of 60%, but today that unemployment rate shot up to 84%. We have no clue how they're going to fix this, but we pray for the people of the USL. In other news, we want to talk about birth control. Zanland has become the first country to develop sheep condoms. We're not sure how they work, but apparently they're pretty effective. Along with that, the UCUP has also developed synthetic birth control and is now handing it out to residents all over the country. Finally, we got to talk about one last thing. The DPRM has steel and they want investors to know that. So if you want to invest in the steel market, DPRM is the way to go. And finally, Pixis, they have introduced a new re-education program to fix the illiteracy within their country. You know what, man? I've been thinking about something. There's 10 fish in a bowl. 3 drown, 2 swim away, 4 die. How many fish are in the bowl?
And as always, thanks for watching.